Ever since Xbox announced their desire to enter the game streaming arena via Project xCloud, which will give you the ability to stream your Xbox games to iPhones and Androids, PCs, smart apps on televisions, your toaster, and your oven, well, a lot of people have concerns about the future of Xbox console hardware because they have a feeling Microsoft wants streaming to be the only way to play your games in some nebulous time in the future. Well, my buddy Corden wrote a very interesting article today on Windows Central that I wanted to discuss, and it's 5 reasons why Xbox hardware isn't going away. And I thought it was pretty interesting. I wanted to share it and we can discuss it. What's going on, guys? Thor19, the man with the million, back again with another video. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a like, share it out on social media, and subscribe if you're new or enjoy the content. I greatly appreciate it. Now, even though Phil Spencer got up on stage this past E3 and said they're still making Xbox hardware, even though Brad Sams, Corden, and a whole bunch of reliable insiders have gone on to detail exactly the type of hardware we'll be getting in the future for next-gen Xbox Anaconda and Xbox Lockhart, with Anaconda being the premium Xbox that's going to play stuff at 4K 60, and the Lockhart being the lower price system for people that just want to get in the next-gen and play some games at presumably $300. This still haven't stopped people from being concerned about the future of Xbox hardware. They think it's going away, mainly because there are YouTubers out there or commentators that say this is it. Streaming is going to be the only way you can play, and just calls them doom merchants in his article. And you know what? You go on YouTube, you'll see that negativity sells. Positivity doesn't really get pushed as much as negativity. I'm sure you guys know of YouTubers out there who make videos like, you know what, not only was this game killed, it was murdered. And they'll tell you that why your favorite game actually sucks. Everything sucks on YouTube. Nothing is actually really good. And here's why you're wrong. YouTube is a place where negativity kind of fosters, and people watch their favorite content creators and be like, you know what, they might be right. Xbox console hardware might be going away. It's all doom and gloom, chicken little, sorry, the sky is falling type stuff. But Jez has really good reasons why Xbox hardware isn't going away anytime soon. Will it still be here 20 years from now? I mean, who knows? You can't really predict that far out. But for the time being, and I think for the next 2 generations, Xbox hardware is definitely going to be a thing. Now, Jez's first reason is to take a look at what Surface is doing and how Microsoft views that device. For people who think Microsoft wants to get out of the hardware game, they should first and foremost look at the Surface range. The Windows laptop ecosystem isn't the powerhouse it once was, facing hard competition from Chromebooks and mobile devices in general, but there are still many big players in the space making tons of cash. Dell and HP are the most well-known PC brands out there, and even with them serving consumers and enterprise well with the huge array of PC options, Microsoft still pushes ahead with its Surface line. Why does it do this? It's simple, because they can, and because there are advantages that come with marrying hardware and software under a single roof. I think Jez absolutely nails one of the core reasons why Microsoft keeps on doing Surface in an era where people maybe do it better, maybe do it cheaper. Microsoft doesn't have to make Surface. They can let other people make Windows laptops and Windows gaming PCs, but they still do because they can, because they want it to be that centerpiece for Windows 10, a shining example of what great hardware can do, and that's exactly what Xbox Anaconda and Lockhart can be. Anaconda is going to be the premium Xbox, more than likely the best place to play next generation, not only Xbox exclusives, but also third-party games if it is better than the PlayStation. Of course, some of you might be like, well, Rand, what about the PC? For some, yes, of course, the PC will be the best place to play Xbox games going forward, as it has been as of right now. but not everybody has a gaming PC. Not everybody wants to spend a lot of money in it. So a lot of people's gaming PCs won't be better than Xbox Anaconda, but for those that are, yeah, the PC will be better. But not every PC is created equal. So Xbox Anaconda will be that premium device, that showcase piece that Microsoft can use to kind of bring in the hardcore and get them really excited about the brand, just as Surface does for Windows 10. Now, Jez's second reason is that retail still matters for now. And this is a pretty good one. While trends are moving towards digital, retail is still a big driver of both sales and general information, especially for parents picking up games for youngsters. Some people simply enjoy owning the physical disc as well, and there are things like collector's editions that many gamers take joy in possessing. If Microsoft was to remove itself entirely from the retail scene, removing both hardware and physical games, it would dent people's exposure of the platform and harm perception of Xbox as a gaming platform. Jez is 100% right on the money here. Streaming is the future, as they say, but it ain't here just yet. Digital is the future, as they say, but it still hasn't overtaken physical game sales. When you look at Ubisoft and EA's and everything they're doing, they still sell more physical copies than they do digital as of right now. That is a huge market to just forego for the streaming solution. And because of that, you need hardware to play those physical discs. You want people to go into GameStop and Best Buy and Amazon and Walmart. Well, not necessarily Amazon. You can't really walk into Amazon, but you can browse and buy things from there. Microsoft needs retail partners to push their message and their games just like Sony does and just like everybody else does. It's kind of a parasitic relationship. They both need each other. And if Microsoft would be like, we're not selling the hardware, everything is digital, everything is streaming, some of these retail outlets would be like, well, what's in it for us? If we don't get anything out of it, we're not going to sell your wares. We're not going to promote your things. And it would just really put a plus on the side of PlayStation and Nintendo. So Microsoft knows this, and they know that retail is absolutely huge, and they know that people still want physical. And that's another reason why the Xbox hardware is going to be here to stay for quite some time. Number 3, Project xCloud is powered by Xbox hardware. Now, it's kind of funny when you think about it, that this streaming future that everybody's so scared of, that everybody is so sure is going to get rid of Xbox hardware, is actually powered by Xbox hardware. And going in the future, if it continues on, it's going to need Xbox hardware to stream Xbox games. So Xbox hardware by default would still be needed. And he goes on to say another pretty obvious reason why Microsoft isn't about to ditch Xbox home console hardware is a simple fact. Project xCloud itself is powered by home console hardware converted into server racks. Today, xCloud is powered by Xbox One S level hardware capped at around 1080p, but as internet speeds increase, so too will the need to upgrade the server rack hardware, eventually to the Xbox One X level, then to the Xbox Anaconda level, and so on and so forth. So that means 10 years from now, when streaming is just as maybe useful or as ubiquitous as console hardware, well, to be able to stream, Microsoft needs to create Xbox hardware. And if they're creating Xbox hardware to stream, you might as well sell that hardware to your uber hardcore fans and make some money out of it. So they're kind of interlinked. Just because streaming's coming doesn't mean hardware is going away, because streaming needs the hardware. Now, issue number 4 here, or point number 4, is actually something that I don't see a lot of people talking about. It's licensing conundrum with xCloud. Although we have no real insight into the licensing deals developers sign with Xbox owing to very, very strict non-disclosure agreements, it seems completely unlikely that Project xCloud will suddenly simply enable access to all of your digital Xbox games overnight. The benefits for developers of Project xCloud, if it works as intended, are pretty obvious. Access to billions of additional mobile phone screens, lower-end PCs, smart TVs, and who knows, maybe competing consoles like the Nintendo Switch. The benefits are there, but that doesn't mean Microsoft won't have to renegotiate a lot of its licensing deals. Game developers and publishers are undoubtedly going to want a say in how their IP and content is monetized and streamed, and even middleware and video game engine platform holders may disagree about the way their technology is being used. So there you go. Jez is basically saying people are very protective of their IP and their content. Some may not want it to be streamed. Some may not want Microsoft to be the one to stream it. EA has their own service. What if Ubisoft makes their own? What if THQ Nordic decides to go somewhere else, some way else? The point is, not every game is going to be streamable because not everybody who owns the property is going to want to be streamed. And that's where the hardware comes in. The hardware is going to be able to play the console hardware, that is, every single game. But streaming may not be the case, at least not initially. And I don't really see a lot of people talking about this simple fact, that when Project xCloud maybe starts up in 2019 or 2020, I could see it starting with maybe a handful of titles, 100, 200, definitely not the 3,000 or so games that are on Xbox One right now, even though Microsoft has said potentially every game in the Microsoft Store is streamable. But they don't own the content, and people need to renegotiate for those licenses. So the best way to experience Xbox is on the console because it'll have all the games. Now, point number 5 Jez makes is serving all the gamers. Philosophically, Jez believes that Microsoft wants to serve all of its customers no matter how they want to play. The Xbox Adaptive Controller is an example of a device that Microsoft invested in, not to make heaps of cash, but simply because philosophically, they want to serve gamers whoever they are, wherever they are, and whatever they need. Microsoft has made no secret of the business reality of Xbox, that you make money selling games rather than consoles. However, if there are many millions of gamers who still want that home console experience, Microsoft would be handing them all over to Sony and other competitors if they opted to ditch that platform. And that's the simple point. Options. Microsoft wants to reach as many people as they can, whether you're gaming on iPhones or on the PC or on smart TVs or wherever. They want you to be there. They don't want to exclude everybody. Like Jez said, they made the Xbox Adaptive Controller to reach disabled gamers. I can't see a scenario in the future where they're like, you know what, get rid of the Xbox hardware, because for people who enjoy physical disc and owning and playing games on hardware, you are ceding that market to your competitors, even if Microsoft's real competitors are Google, Amazon, and Tencent, and not necessarily Nintendo and PlayStation. These are all things to think about the next time you see a video declaring the end of Xbox hardware. Saying that the sky is falling, why Xbox sucks because they're killing hardware and they're killing physical media. Sometimes just take a step back and think about all these things that I've talked about, that Jez has talked about, and just use logic in a lot of these scenarios. I know negativity gets pushed here a lot on YouTube, and I don't do that type of content, but it's pretty easy to see that yes, Microsoft will continue to make Xbox hardware, great premium Xbox hardware for the people that want it. Yes, for those that don't, you can stream your games elsewhere, but Microsoft's not going to cut off their nose to spite their face. They know where their bread is buttered. They make tons of money off the hardcore users who enjoy playing games on the console. And for all the reasons Jed stated, for all the reasons, I've talked about in this video, it ain't going anywhere. Not anytime soon. I think you're good for about 12 years, 15 years. After that, who knows what the video game industry is even going to look like. You have Amy Hennig talking about AAA gaming is unsustainable. Will we have another crash in 10 years? I don't know. But for right now, enjoy Xbox, enjoy PlayStation, enjoy Nintendo, enjoy gaming on your console, enjoy gaming on your PC, enjoy gaming on your iPhone. Wherever you want to play, enjoy gaming. And just remember that it's not all doom and gloom. Everything isn't the worst. Not every game was killed and murdered. You know, this is just a natural progression of things. Options are good. Anyways, guys, that is the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to leave it a like. Let me know what you think about all this in the comments below. Share this out with a friend on social media. I greatly appreciate that. If you're new here, hit that sub button. And if you always want to be notified when I drop new content, hit that notification bell. Thank you guys so much for watching. I greatly appreciate it, and I'll see you in the next video. Later, guys.